Dude, that intro every time. Every time.
It's the bomb.
Every time, man.
Oh God, it just never gets old. What's going on, dude?
Oh man. God, Brooke and I just made some Korean chicken lettuce wraps. I know you're
That's
a
what
big
I'm
fan of
talking
those,
about, man.
Greg.
Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of those, bud. A huge fan of those. I love Korean beef, man. Come on,
Oh,
give
yeah,
me
we
some of
did
that.
we did chicken. We're healthy, but then I'm having an IPA now, so
We're healthy. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Mm.
sip some of this bitter barley down my throat.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I gotta get amped up later in case my boy Clifton can make it. I texted him. He said he's trying to get out of work, so
Oh, okay. Oh, we've got to settle debt, man. I mean,
we do.
he's gonna
We
take the
do.
L like a man, and I cannot
Yes.
wait to see this, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. How you doing, Greg? What's up, man?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. I'm packed up, ready to go. I will not be home for a month and a half. Can you believe that crap, dude?
Give us the rundown right quick.
Taking the show on the road, man. So,
Okay.
like we said, we're fishing tournaments, man. I mean, my job is I have a very fortunate job. I have a great assistant, Jenny, and I can travel anywhere and do my job. And don't think I'm just a full-time fisherman, because I'm not. I trust me, I'm on the phone all the time, and I do mortgages. So if you need a mortgage, let me know. But anyway, man, I tell you, it's an adventure. I'm going to be at Lake Murray here this
Okay.
weekend. Can't wait to get down there tomorrow.
Okay.
Spending some time with my Warhawk teammates. They're going to be coming down with me.
Nice.
And yeah, so hopefully we'll do well. I mean, it's the KBF. I'll be fishing both days, both trail events, as well as the Pro Series. So we kind of doing all three in one.
Okay.
And then after that, heading down to Harris Chain of Lakes, which is a phenomenal fishery. I've actually never stepped foot, believe it or not, as many times as I've been to Florida, I've never stepped foot on the Harris Chain of Lakes.
Really?
Never. No.
I would have bet my life that you had, as much as you go to Florida.
Yeah, never touched them, man. It's just it's not a place I go. I mean, usually I'm down there in Fellsmere or Kenansville or Tenor Rock or something like that. Kissimmee can just go suck an egg. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do a lot of saltwater fishing too, man. Just don't do it, man. But anyway, yeah. And
hey,
then
John
after
Fox
that, dude,
says Harris is getting beat up by the pros. Guess what, man? MLF just went and smashed Fork. I hope I get to go to Fork this weekend.
Yeah, man.
I want to take Brooke so bad and try to put her on like a 6, 7, 8 pounder. I mean,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so anyway, yeah. Anyway, I've got a lot of time to kill, and then after that, dude, I go to the famed Hobie event at Santee Cooper, man. Santee Cooper. So
yes,
yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, it's gonna be incredible, and it's a logistical nightmare, to be honest with you, man. Because I just did a video on how to travel, how to use your kayak, or how to travel with a kayak with your camper. It can be a logistical nightmare. But here's the problem with it, man. Like it's just straight up. I've got as you know, I've got an Old Town, right? Autopilot 120, which is a tank of a kayak.
It is, yeah.
And it's a must needed. Like, I was so anti-motor, man. Since I've gotten the motor, it's been absolutely incredible. And when you fish in big water like Lake Murray, deep water, you're going to be running like 15 miles all over the place trying to find fish.
Giant lake, yeah.
Giant lake. And then the same with the Harris Chain, right? I mean, you're going to be using that motor all over the freaking place. I was talking to Adam Patrone today, who's on Lake Murray, and he says he's got 2 100-amp powered batteries. Oh. He's already gone 15 miles today, just going, you know how he is. He kicks it on high, and he's all over the place. So he's burned out 200-amp batteries today. Just that's how he does. That's how he pre-fishes. So that's great. But here's the problem, dude. Hobie doesn't allow motors. So
that's not a problem, boy. It's not a problem.
It is a problem, man. Because I mean, look, when you've got 2 major series using motors and you got one that doesn't, I get it. I'm not complaining about it. Okay. But when you're like, I'm not coming home and grabbing my Hobie and going back. I've got to bring my Hobie. So thank God, my buddy here at his name is Peter Manthos. He's coming down from, and he's an MVKBA guy, local event here. He's going to bring my Hobie down. So I'll have my Hobie for this for the Santee Cooper event. But man, dude, trying to find somebody who can meet me at Santee and just logistics and everything else, it's just terrible. But anyway, it's
Man,
just one of those
the
things.
thing that really surprises me with all of that is like, how does the autopilot not have a feature for a different drive? You know, I mean, there should be an interchangeable drive you can put in. I mean, what if the motor dies, something like that? I don't know. I mean, like I said, awesome boat, man, love it. But I feel like that
It
should
is.
be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, the Predator PDL obviously is a pedal drive. It would be nice to have a little insert pedal drive
Yeah.
for the autopilot, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's called an autopilot for a reason, right? They really want to sell you all that motor, man. And you know, the spot lock technology and everything else is ridiculous.
Sure.
So
Well,
anyway, I'm gonna donate my money to these 3 tournaments to see what happened. But let's get on. This is Hindsight 2020, man. Let's see what's going on. We're gonna kind of preview Lake Murray, but first, let's get into your tournament, man.
So I did have a tournament, but we could, if we wanted to, because we might spend a little bit on Palestine. We could. You did fish a KBT bracket event this weekend.
I did,
and I know you had a little heartburn.
Yeah, we're on the KBBT channel, so well, we did the drawing, you know, and I was dead last to be drawn, and my draw was
the mayor of Florida, Greg Nosar, last out of the bucket.
The mayor of Florida, exactly. And my draw was going to be the winner of Scott Robertson and Dwayne Dwyer from the Slayers. And Dwayne's a good dude, man. I like Dwayne, awesome guy. Him and Matt Vaught are just great guys. But when it comes to competition, I want to whip his tail. Well, I drew the Sunday draw, and Blake, I'm sick of this happening. It happens just about every tournament this year. We've had, like, today was like 75 degrees. I mean, beautiful. Well, Sunday was 22 degrees. And so, you know, it was, baby. Yeah, man, 22 degrees. We got out there, freaking everything was frozen on my kayak. Mm-hmm. You know, it was like we got out there, the bait's busting everywhere. I was fishing with James Quinn. So we met up at this lake, and bait was everywhere, man. Birds are flying everywhere. And I get in there, and James is like, I'm going to go chase the bait. I'm like, all right, man, go ahead. I met him out like in the middle of the lake, and man, my screen was covered. I mean, you could see the bass on top of the bait. Mm-hmm. And man, he's throwing a crankbait. I'm throwing an A-rig. I'm letting it sink down. You know, I'm just trying to figure something out, man. Well, 5th cast in, dude. Remember, I told you everything was frozen, right?
Yep.
My guides were frozen. I sling out an A-rig. Well, the A-rig goes flying, but my line doesn't go with it. And I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me, man. You know what I mean? This is
that's unreal. Like $50 just Safeway. Goodbye, A-rig.
Oh,
goodbye.
Yeah.
What kind of A-rig was it? Were you throwing like a hog farmer or just one?
No, I threw a Mob Junior, Flash Mob Junior.
Okay.
And so I'm like, $15. It was like slow motion. There it goes. Okay. And I'm like, man, you know, it looked like a Peyton Manning pass. Crazy.
Nice and soft. Little Phillip Rivers action.
It had a nice arc to it. Came down.
Yep.
So bitter am I, because that was the only A-rig I had, right?
Oh, of course. And, you don't carry 20 A-rigs in the boat with you.
No, man. Yeah. And I mean, you know, again, it's just one of those things. So we get to this point, the secondary point, and Blake, the screen lit up like you would not believe. You could ask James. I mean, there's this ledge off a secondary point. The bait was there. The bass were everywhere. I threw jerk baits. I threw crankbaits. I threw everything you could imagine at them. They were just not freaking biting. Okay.
For any future guests that come on the show, we haven't even gotten to Greg being around fish yet. You can just hear this long list of excuses. This is how you set it up, guys.
This shows nothing but excuses.
Yeah, okay? Exactly.
It's called Hindsight 2020.
I know. I just want everybody to understand. I want you to everybody's been there. Come on, okay? Paint us a beautiful picture of why you didn't catch him. We love it.
Yeah, and so James and I, you know, just looking at each other like, what do we do? Like, I mean, I don't know, but again, okay, this is like, you know, this is right at lines in, you know, 637, 715 again. Mm-hmm. So we kind of gave up on those fish. So then we started going fishing structure off of secondary points on this main lake. And again, dude, nothing was going on. I was finding everything I could. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, the sun was coming up. I was trying to find any source of heat, you know, like we had seawalls, we had posts, we had docks, we had rocks. Mm-hmm. I mean, cranking, jigging, drop shotting. I threw a drop shot into some grass, and I get thunk, and I'm like, I'm like, all right. I'm like, here we go. I'm like, no chance. This is about. I mean, like, dig it in. And I'm fighting this thing for about 2-3 minutes, man. It comes up. It's a 5-pound pickerel. And I'm like, good God almighty, this is how this day's
I'm dialed, baby. I'm dialed. We got him.
Yeah, man. Exactly. I'm like, I didn't even know there's pickerel in this lake, man. But if there's pickerel in the lake, all your boys going to find it.
Well, they love drop shot. Dude, that's me with the griddle, man. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to find it. And then we found this rock pile kind of offshore. James throws in there. He throws a jig, black and blue jig down. And then he loses it, man. It was like a subtle bite, and it was gone before you know it. I'm like, look, man, James, now it's about 11 o'clock. Now I'm getting pissed, okay? Yeah. And the high was basically 29, 30 degrees.
Yep.
And I mean, it's bad when you had to take a piss and your piss is freezing as soon as it comes out. I mean, that's how close, that's how frozen you are, man. You're like, oh my God. I felt like that skier dude whose penis froze during he was downhill skiing, man. I was crazy. I mean, it sucked.
I'm surprised it could pee that close to your body.
Oh man, it was crazy. And so I was like, man,
too cold for
I'm shaking, you know, I'm just, you know, not having a great time. Not having a great time, man. You know, 0 fish on the board and nothing was happening. Yeah. So, you know, your boy being a river fisherman had to go find a river. And I was like, look, man, there's got to be, you know, we're going to go to the river. I told James, we got to get out of here. We're going to find dirtier water. And hopefully this dirty water will actually be warmer, you know? And so, dude, we got up there. We got off this river, man. Mm-hmm. And immediately it was 3 degrees warmer up there. 3 degrees difference from the main lake to the river. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And I started watching my graph. The further we got upriver, we were going to like 3-4 miles upriver. And it started going like 48, 49, 50, 51 degrees. I was like, are you kidding me? And then this area opened up. It was like this big pond off this river. It was like this massive, like spawning flat off the river. Yeah, and I was like, holy, it was backwater. Yeah. It was, you know, it was a flat, and there was a couple bass boats in there, and you know, they're not having any luck. And I was on the phone with Robert. You know, Robert and I have crying sessions when we fish.
Yeah, and just like me being on the phone with Robert's usually a bad deal. That normally means you're about to lose a big one.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Exactly. So, but I had to ask him to talk me off the ledge because Robert's actually fished there before. Okay. And so I was like, you know, I was telling him what I was doing, and I was like, Robert, this doesn't make any sense, man. Like, these fish didn't just leave this area, you know, and then just go out to the main river. Okay, there's no way.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Like, you know, and I know they're wintering holes. They're always by the spawning flats, right? Not too far off. And I was like, I mean, I couldn't get anything more than 2 to 3 feet. So I was like, man, where's the freaking like 4 to 5 feet area? So I'll finally go out, stop bank beating, stop, you know, trying to just, you know, fish off a prey or see if those fish moved up. I found this hole, dude, and I was looking on my side scan, and believe it or not, I know how to read my side scan, and I saw these 3 lines, like these 3 small lines, and I'm like, dude, there's fish on my freaking side scan. Yeah. Okay. And so I just on a whim just started casting a chatterbait of all things. And I found this hole. I'm talking to Robert, and I get a 15. And then I threw out there the very next cast, dude. I get an 18 and a half. Bring it in. I'm like, oh my God, this thing's a monster. I'm like, this thing's like 21 inches. I'm like, wait a minute now. Right. I was like, I haven't seen a fish like this in a long, long time. I don't think it's 21, dude. So anyway, I picked it up. It's 18 and a half. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. And then I get James on the phone. And I'm like, James, dude, they're here, man. They're here. There's a wintering hole. And then as I'm talking to him, like 3 or 4 casts later, I get another 16. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I need 2 more now. Okay. So I get 3 in a row in 10 casts.
2 more.
And I just need 2 more. So, you know, I'm spot locked. I'm throwing everything I can at them. They're not hitting. And then I make a loop around like the flat, right? Just kind of seeing if they moved around the hole. Yeah. Didn't mark anything, but it's just casting. Half hour to go, dude. Half hour to go. I throw the chatterbait out again in the middle of this hole. And lo and behold, I get this little small, like, you know, just think, you know what I mean? Like
you brushed a stick or something?
Almost? Like I brush a stick. Yeah, like a brushed stick. And I'm reeling in, I'm talking to Robert. And I'm like, something's, you know, just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, because my chatterbait wasn't chattering, you know? Yeah. And I reel it in, and all of a sudden, it takes off. Like it goes the other way. And I'm like, I set the hook. Okay. Strong hook set. Like one of the best hooks I could ever had, considering the conditions. You know what I mean? I got frozen piss on my kayak all over.
One of the best hook sets I've ever had.
I mean, it was a strong, hook set. Man, my hands are frozen. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a good time. Anyway, I'm I'm reeling it in, and dude, she was a giant. Like I'm serious, man. Like no joke. Probably 22, 23 inches, every bit of 6-7 pounds. Okay, giant. I'm like, here we go. I thought to myself, I'm like, Dwayne is done. I mean, this is what I'm like, he's so done.
And so done, Dwayne.
Anyway, I'm just gently rolling her in, and she did one of these things, you know what I mean, like kind of half belly, half back, right?
Yeah.
And then she took off again, and I tried to like just ease her in, and all of a sudden, off she goes. I'm like, no. I mean, I was so angry, dude. And I throw immediately back. Okay. I'm throwing. I can't catch anything. 10 minutes to go. Thunk, and get another one. Okay. And it starts jumping, of all things, in the middle. I mean, dude, the water temperature is 51 degrees. It jumps, throws my chatterbait, off it goes again. So that's 2 in the last 30 minutes. I had the winning fish. Congratulations, Dwayne. He beat me fair and square, but straight up, I had the winning fish on my rod in on the hook, and I didn't capitalize, and I took the L, man. So that was my Sunday, man.
Remember when you felt that weird little tick and you didn't swing immediately? Oh,
yeah,
that's probably so far in her mouth, and then you swung later, and she was about to spit it and barely had her skin hooked.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah, it hurts, man. But I mean, look, that's fishing, bro. And I was kind of disappointed, man. But I was also kind of proud of myself because we weren't catching anything. It was so terrible. It was bluebird skies. It was cold as anything, and then to go in there and find that pattern, it was about like 1:30 ish.
Yeah.
It was late, but to find that pattern and find those holes and to be able to kind of catch 3 and 10 casts and figure that out, I think I was kind of proud of myself. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not joking when I say this. That was kind of me growing as an angler of what I've learned in the last 2 years, because before I would have been bank beaten the entire freaking time. You know what I mean? But to go out offshore and try to find those fish, I'm kind of proud of myself. I just didn't capitalize.
Man, nice. Great adjustment, because I judged that event. And about 12 o'clock, I was like, here we go. Typical Nosar and a KBT. Yeah. Like, he's, is he going to post fish? And then you got on him quick. And Clifton and I were actually judging. And I was like, oh, my God, Greg's going to do it. Greg is good. He found him. And then, I get the call later. I lost him, and that happens, man. I mean, God bless it.
It happens, man.
If it didn't happen.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Yep.
Like, if it was a regular tournament, here's the deal: if it was a regular tournament, dude, and if I had that kind of luck, at that time in a live event, I would have probably would have packed it up and gone home. This was miserable, but it's just like it was 1v1. It was miserable, dude. It was miserable. 1v1. I had something to prove. I had to beat those Florida guys. You know what I mean? And I knew that this lake had that fish, but it kept me out there, dude. And that's what KBBT did. It was kind of like, I had this competitive thing. I wanted to beat Dwayne so bad. You know what I mean? Kind of rub it in. Because I saw what Vaught was doing. I wanted to take out his buddy Dwayne and see what happened, man. But, that's what kept me out there, dude. And that's what kept me out there trying. And, it was fun, man. It was fun. Well, I love this format, dude.
As do I, man. It was so fun to watch some of the matchups. But now that we've heard your heartbreak, we've got to go into I had a lot on the line at Palestine, man.
Yeah.
So what we had some bets going,
Yeah.
Spicy chip, got to beat Clifton, got to do this, that, and the other. But I guess we start with pre-fishing. So,
well, first of all, you had redemption on your hands because your Toledo Bend was a toilet bowl.
It was the worst
big old fat
I've had in years. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, Toledo Bend I was lost. I could not figure them out. Yeah, no excuses, man. Like I just sucked. I sucked bad. Look at James right now. Toledo Bend's been on fire. Yeah, okay. Cool, man.
Yeah, just rub
Thanks.
it in, James. Yeah, just rub it in.
Yeah, cool. That wasn't when I was fishing it. Awesome.
No,
and if you thought it was on fire, 170, 4 won the tournament? Wow, that's fire, James.
Dude, that's like
James,
85
I've
inches
been
a
seeing you
day.
killing it on
Nah,
it. But
James has absolutely destroyed it, dude.
No, he's destroying it, but it was not on fire when we were there.
No,
it was
wasn't.
not. It was not.
No.
So Palestine, look, first of all, I love Palestine. So I was feeling pretty good going into it. Go out Friday after I get a bunch of work done and stuff. I have a limited time to practice. I get out, I go check old folks. It sucks. It sucks bad. I can't get bit at all. I go up into Kickapoo with like 2 or 3 hours left, and I shake 3 fish off. Just shake them off. Super great practice, Blake. Good job, man. You're really on them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had called me and you said, look, man, this is what's going on. I'm like, sweet.
Well, at that point, I'm like, dude, it was late afternoon. Water was warmed up as much as it could be. You got 3 bites. Not great. Not great. So I take that information. I go out that morning. I ended up finishing 11th in the tournament. So, like, we had a decent tournament. 97. Not bad. Not bad. But I finished with 4 fish. And, start my morning, I'm like, all right, where was my deepest bite at? And Kickapoo is where I was fishing. For those of you who aren't familiar with Palestine or don't live in Texas or whatever, it is very, very shallow back in Kickapoo. But I had 1 bite off like a deeper duck blind, maybe like 2.5 feet.
And, that's deep, man.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty. I was using my graph, I
was say your down scan was working hard on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I get there like lines is like at 7. I get there like 7:04. Clifton, I may have drank a little bit the night before at the boat ramp.
No, I don't believe that.
I know, man. But yeah, we got a little toasted. I get out there, flip down, nothing. Flip, I think it's like my second or third flip, dragging it back to myself, and I feel, and I'm not paying attention, none of that stuff. Like I'm engaged, reel down, swing, instant comes up to the top of the water. So I hit her hard. She's probably 19 and a half, 20.
Yes,
somewhere right in that range. Comes up, shakes, hook comes out, weight comes out, my whole flipping setup comes out of her mouth, and I'm like, I'm insta in the red. I'm like, here we go.
That's called being on tilt, bro. That's called being on tilt.
So tilted, man. Last year on Palestine on a flipping bite, I dumped like 98 inches in the lake. So you had
called me. I'm like, that's okay, man. You got all day to do it. Well,
you're like, no problem. It's okay. I'm like, I'm so pissed off. But this is the growth from last year to this year. I get off the spot, I cut my stuff off, I retie. I'm just like, you didn't do anything wrong. It just happens, man. Like something weird happened. I don't know if she ate it weird or my swing was, I don't know, whatever. Go around the other side of the duck blind that I'm flipping, stick a 17. I'm like, okay, we're back on track. Thank God I got to that fish to the boat. I don't reach for the net. I hit him, flip him right in the boat. I'm like, we did it. We got a fish. Suck it, Clifton. And
because that's all your mind is. You don't care where you finish as long as you finish above Clifton.
No. At this point, I was just like, I have to be Clifton. I'm not standing on the side of the road holding up a sign saying I suck at fishing. I'm not doing
Where is Clifton, man? We got to get this boy on.
We do need Clifton. I saw him in the chat, man. He's ready.
I know. Come on, let's go.
I was like, send him the link. Get him in here.
Yeah, man.
But while you're doing that, I'll continue on with my day. So, I go rotate.
I'll put it in the chat.
I start flipping some some brush, and they're just not in the brush, man. I don't know if it's too cold that morning or what it is, but I just can't figure them out. So I go back to the duck blind. I'm like, maybe it reloaded. Start flipping around it. Boom, boom. In 2 minutes, I put 2 more back in the boat, and I'm feeling good. Like 17 and a half, 18 and 3/4. It's like an hour and 10 minutes into the tournament, man. I mean, I've got 3 fish in the boat, and they're all decent. I don't have to cull any of them.
You're at like 56 inches or 54 inches, one of the two?
Yeah, like 53.5 or something like that. I'm feeling
I saw the leaderboard.
I'm feeling good.
Well, iAngler. I actually downloaded iAngler just to watch you.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that
you'll
was
have to talk to our boy.
That was the 20th. It was the 20th downloaded app.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so at this point, guys, I'm like, I got all day for 2 fish, man. Easy come, easy go, baby.
Yeah.
I don't get another bite until about 2:40 with 20 minutes left of the tournament. Little 13-incher, I put it in the boat. I'm up to 66 inches. And 66 inches took 11th. That's how tough it was. And when you think about losing a 19 or a 20, I'd had 85, 86, if my math's right.
Right.
And 85 took 3rd. That was Matt Fentros, man. Matt made it happen, dude. He is a stud on Palestine. God bless. He's so good on that lake. And that's the difference, man, in these tournaments. One fish. Clifton, we posted it in the.
It's right there. Chat. It says it right there, buddy.
He's on YouTube.
Right in the chat.
I think you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, he can see it. It's right there.
But I mean, that was, so.
Oh, here, hold on. Let me post it on the YouTube chat. Here we go.
Yeah. But I missed 1 fish all day. I had 5 bites all day. And yeah, I mean, that made me drop basically 8 places. I finished 11th out of 97. There were some really good anglers in the tournament. It was brutal, but got to take advantage of that stuff, man. And
but more importantly, dude, you finished 11th, which was first out of the money, right?
Yeah, and I got $150 for that, which was insane. Thank you,
insane.
North Texas. Yeah,
that's insane. That's an insane rule, but hey, congratulations on that.
10th only got $50. 9th 75.
Yeah, and then you get
8th 100, 7th 150. So I basically finished 7th, guys. Easy.
Yeah, but Clifton, your boy.
Yeah.
I think he caught, is it 2 fish?
3 fish.
3 fish.
Him and I were super close until I stuck that gigantic 13-incher.
I got you.
Ooh, big.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a victorious day for Blake Knight over the People's Champ, Clifton. Yeah, exactly. 11 greater than 10 any day. Absolutely. But with all that said, we had a little interesting talk last week, man, about this tournament. And
we did.
Clifton and yourself had a bet. And, we kind of come up with some ideas of what would it be. And, some ideas that we had come up with was the loser had to either stand on the busy intersection in Texas that said, honk if you think I suck at fishing.
Yep.
Holding up a sign or going to Levant and filming a fishing event with the loser having to wear peak panties and a Barbie pole and try to catch fish with those. So, but it's y'all's decision what you wanted to do. And we want to hear about Clifton Allen's disaster of a day. So we're waiting for Clifton to come on.
Clifton, we posted it on YouTube, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Can we message you on Facebook? How does this work? I know you're banned, but can you get messages?
Yeah, I don't think he can even get in, right?
I think he can. He says he gets on and sees the stuff, but then maybe on another burner account.
Like, I wished him a happy birthday the other day. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's a burner account. I'm like, great.
Hey, Jeremy Baker, I love that idea. We should make a poll for everyone to vote on what the punishment should be.
I agree.
Hey,
Jeremy, come on in. This is Hindsight 2020. We want to hear about your skunk that you had at Lay Lake last week, man.
Yeah, you had an absolute oof. I was going to use a colorful word. after the beers I've had. But yeah, you had a real bad event, is how we say.
Yeah,
it.
come on and talk about your skunk.
Uh-oh. You're like doubling up here.
There we go.
There we
I'm
go.
trying to get
There
him
we
on.
go.
There we go. I'm trying to get him on.
He just keeps saying, I don't have a link. We know, Clifton. We're trying.
We're trying, dude.
We're all technologically impaired here. Okay, but I do got to tell everyone listening a fantastic little story I have from my Palestine tournament. So while Greg's doing that, I'm going to spin you guys some yarn. Look, there's a lot of questions, we get as kayakers about, what happens if you got to go number 2 in the kayak. And well, I mean, some of us
I'll
pull
tell
up
you
the
a
drive
story.
hole. Some of us have to get on the bank. Well, I absolutely got sick, boy, on Saturday. I mean, sick bad. I was like pedaling around looking for my cousin. My toilet paper wasn't in my boat because at Toledo Bend, I was taking all this water. And I was like, I am literally going to mess my freaking bibs here. And, after about 20 minutes of paddling around looking for my cousin, got some TP, and I took it to the bank, boy, and oh my God, I was sick. That burned up about 45 minutes of my tournament day.
You should have saved up and used it as chum.
I could tell it was going to be bad, so I didn't even feel safe to go through my drive hole.
That's right,
I could tell it's going to be that bad.
Rolling up in like little trout balls.
Yeah, no, you weren't rolling none of this up. Let me tell you. It was of the little looser variety.
Some Procure.
This would have been like a just insta chum,
Oh my God, man! Like,
oh my God, I was sick, dude. I don't know if it's the Whataburger, the Maker's
like
Mark.
ass.
This was all after the late night trip to the gas station, also. For the same reason.
Yeah,
sushi,
man,
huh?
I know. But at the gas station, it was solid. There's 3 states of liquid, Clifton, or water.
Yeah.
A gas, solid, and a liquid. Well, guess what, bud? It was
welcome, Clifton. Way to man up, brother.
Nah, we want to talk to you about Palestine.
Nah.
Let's go, man. Let's go, people champ. Listen, man, I do recall you saying last week on this show in a comment that you would beat every national guy out there, man. You can't even beat your local guys, man.
Hey, but I did live up to most of that. I did beat a lot of the national guys. I did that for
Except,
sure.
What, 15 of them?
Nah, ain't none of them nationals.
Hey, let's not dump on them too hard. Out of 97, Clifton finished 20th.
I finished 20th with 49 inches. 3 fish to 49 inches.
That's a big old bag, boy.
We actually have Juice on too, man. All right. We
What
got
up,
some terrible fishermen on tonight, y'all.
That's exactly right.
We got a bunch of trash cans on this show.
It's just a dumpster fire.
This is what the show's about, man. All the winners. If you want winners, you could go somewhere else, man. There's plenty of shows for that. This is the dumpster fire.
Yeah, if you want to go listen to, I was just running my patterns, and I just want to thank my sponsors, and go somewhere else, man. We ain't here for that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I want to thank my wife for letting me go, and all that crap, dude. Cliff, let's talk about your disastrous day, man. Let's go. Come on.
Man. So this was my 3rd time to ever fish Palestine. So I was just going off hearsay and basically stuff that Blake has told me.
Wait.
Right?
Are you including the 3 times and the time that we went and we were both pretty sauced?
Yeah. So I've only fished one other tournament there in my life.
Okay.
And I think that tournament I caught like 79 inches. I caught 5 fish for 79. I didn't go back to that same spot just because I know 79 inches, that's not going to win you shit anywhere you go.
No, it ain't.
Except if you're in Virginia.
Especially not when
or
Palestine's firing, man.
Yeah.
Like 79 ain't doing jack all.
So I've always been a believer that no matter how many tournaments are on a lake, there's plenty of space for everybody. That turned out to be false during this tournament.
That's so true, dude. I'd go down a stretch, there'd be 4 dudes on it.
So
at least.
the spot I
Circle jerk,
wanted to
man.
fish.
The big circle jerk.
So I don't use electronics. I don't really pre-fish. So I just kind of I wing it and I fish the spot that like the thing looked good. So I didn't get to do that in this tournament. Basically, I spent all day going from one duck blind to the next, to the next, to the next, just making a big ass circle all day long.
Hey,
And
wait, but you did get the pre-fish for this tournament.
oh yeah, in the sleet and the snow. That's correct.
Yeah, in a snowstorm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was like normal Texas conditions. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know why you're acting like you didn't get no pre-fishing in, man.
So actually, I caught my first fish pretty early in the tournament.
You did,
Sorry.
yeah.
I caught a 17 and a quarter. I want to say it was within the first hour or so. So
I was like, it's like
Okay.
8:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like
something that.
17 and a half. I think I saw it on the board.
yeah, so I caught it on wacky worm. Just chunking it up next to the duck blind, and he hit it right away. Got him in, no problem. Spent the next couple of hours trying to avoid other people, trying to get to other duck blinds, but Blake was on my next duck blind like all day long.
Spots.
That was my duck blind, dude. We talked about the night before. You said, I'm on that duck blind pattern, boy. And I was like, yeah, so am I.
Actually, you know what? I never caught a fish off your duck blind. I only caught them off the other three.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you told me. I was like, boy, did you pull that 17 and a half off my duck blind? You better not have. And you were like, nah, I didn't fish it. And I was like,
I went several hours without any activity at all, just basically trying to find somewhere to fish. I was getting mentally defeated, So I finally a duck blind opens up. I throw at it, and it looks like it gets hung up in like the brush, kind of going underneath the duck blind. So I put my pole down and I try to get a water out from under my seat, and I look up, and my line is not anywhere close to the same area as when I casted it. So I was like, damn, I better go ahead and set the hook on this. So I set the hook, and I got me another one. I don't know, 16 and a half, 16.75, whatever. I'm like, oh, this is good. We're doing good. 3 more. Let's go. I go to the duck blind in the very back of Kickapoo that I didn't see anybody fish all day long.
yeah.
I finally went back there. It was very shallow. I could only actually pedal around half of the duck blind because it was too shallow on the other side.
Yeah.
So I just tossed in there, and he hit it right away, and I got my third. And then I want to say it was 3.5 hours. I just went around trying to find more fish and couldn't.
Yeah.
I had one fish follow a chatterbait, but I could tell he was only 10 inches or so. So that wouldn't have helped.
Take them whole big. Oh, and by the way, for everybody that's like, you idiots, you knew that area would be crowded. Why are y'all fishing it? The guy that tied for first came out of that area, and he caught them all in a 20-yard stretch, doing exactly what Clifton and I were doing. So
it's just a matter of
it was just an
sometimes.
area thing. If they were on duck blinds, this set of brush, this set of cypress, that was it. And they weren't anywhere else. They were on.
I didn't see anybody catch a fish out there. I didn't physically see anybody catch a fish out there. So I knew the fishing was tough. It was a very defeating day for me. I always got high expectations for myself, and this one failed me.
We did too. We have very high expectations for you, man.
Everybody around me saw me catch a fish because the first fish I swung on after I lost the first one, I air launched him because the water's only about 2.5 feet deep. I probably launched him 3, 4, 5 foot in the air. I mean, he's 17, just right over the boat, baby. I mean, I swung so hard after listening to that first one.
Wow.
I was upset about losing that first one.
The juice is this, man. You take the big fat L, Clifton. You got beat by your boy, man. Actually, to be honest with you, both you guys actually had a pretty decent tournament, 11th and 20th. Out of 97 anglers, that's it's respectable, man.
I'm happy with my AOI points. I'm just not happy with my finish.
I hear you, man. So, with all that being said, we got a bet to settle, man. What are we gonna do? What's the ordeal, man?
Okay, so while everybody else won't find this as entertaining, I really would, because Clifton and I talk about all the time his pet peeve which is reading tournament write-ups where people acting like they did good when they don't. And for the rest of the year, Clifton's got to go unbanned and give me a stupidly syrupy tournament review after every tournament. I want this dude on there 3 paragraphs long. I went out this day, no pre-fishing, did this, did that. I sucks. I lost this at the boat. Just want to thank Dobbins Rods for my spinning gear and
Clifton,
I threw the wacky.
Let me hear it from let me hear it from the horse's mouth. What's your pet peeve, man? What's the deal? Come on.
So I'm not really a big fan of people who finish like
20th,
50th out of 200, 60 out of 200. That's not a good day. I don't give a shit who you are. That's not a good day.
Deadass.
So don't go online and say that you had a great day. You know, you had just as bad a day as I did. That's a terrible day.
But that's what I want, dude. I want every tournament for you to go on and give us a huge long write-up about how good you did. If you finish 91st out of 97, I want the same spunk. Had a great time out at this lake.
I would like to thank.
Can I thank all my sponsors too?
I want you to give hashtags, shout outs.
That's
and
fair.
then if you don't do it, if I catch you slipping, then we'll have to come up with we'll have to settle
an enormous punishment.
Way.
Yeah. But the biggest challenge I'm going to have with that is staying unbanned.
You'll have to make burner accounts then. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I need
we'll
one
have to, like,
every
it'll be CA summary. CA summary account or whatever.
I want that every event though. And when you get unbanned after this one, because your 30 days is almost up, I think.
I still got like 15 days.
I better see a Lake Palestine write-up. A long one too. Can't believe how many anglers were back in Kickapoo. Tough going. I was on a great duck blind pattern. Sucks. I had a 24 follow the chatterbait to the boat.
That's your editor right there, bro. That's your editor.
But I want to see it for every tournament, man. No matter how good, how bad you do. I want to see you have to post that.
I can do that for sure.
Man. Picks. Okay, then we'll call it good.
With pics. Yeah, and links. You got to link in your sponsors and everything, man.
I just want to see.
Yeah,
because everybody that knows Clifton will be like, "What the hell is this?"
I would like to thank
I
would like to thank my sponsor, Tungsten.
Yeah,
Titan Tungsten.
Yeah. But I want to see that.
I'm a Titan Tungsten pro,
and I don't want to see none of that negative shit in there. You know what the write-up should look like. We read enough of them. I want to see it.
Right on. Yeah,
you better put that positive spin on it, like you just desperate for sponsors.
It's gonna kill me too. It's gonna kill me.
I knew you'd hate that way worse than any of the other stuff. The roadside, I knew that.
Like you said, he'll try anything once.
Yeah, that's no big deal. All that kind of stuff.
No, I knew you'd hate this so much more. I know, like the viewers are like, "Oh, we don't get to see Clifton in pink panties." Like, sorry, y'all. Like, put your fetishes away.
If he doesn't do it, he's got to go on the intersection and say, "Honk, I suck at fishing." If he
doesn't do it, he's gonna owe me a Dobbins rod.
I might give everybody the pink panties anyways, just because.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it ain't no punishment to you, and the viewers would enjoy it too much, man. But I knew this punishment you'd hate, boy.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, right on.
Because that ain't who you are online at all.
Well, hey, what's your next tournament, boys?
Fork.
Yeah, Fork.
Fork works 12.
You know, it's conflicting because I really wanted to drive out to Ivy that same weekend and fish Ivy with the West Texas group, but I think I need to stick to my because I want to fish the whole North Texas trail. So if I miss Fork, that's a big part.
You want to fish against some sticks, or you want to go to West Texas? Mouth open on the board and stuff.
It is all mouth open. That's right.
Okay,
come on, dude.
What's up with that, man?
Man, we don't fish West Texas stuff.
We're gonna get to this. Juice, I want to talk about your skunk day on Lay Lake, man. And we're gonna call this out. I know you don't want to, but we're gonna call this out. You got to hear the crap that his league does that it'll blow your mind.
Well, yeah. So
This is Alabama, right?
this is
This is
Alabama.
Alabama.
This is Greenbow, Alabama.
We don't have to
And-
call out the series, but we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, they don't make you put in your PayPal for tournaments there. It's just a photo of you kissing your cousin, and
Well, yeah.
that's it. They know who to pay after that.
Or your mom. You know, it
Yeah,
don't
my
matter.
man.
Last
right,
name,
exactly.
name, it don't matter.
That's right. Exactly. That's right.
And it sucked, dude. I pull up to my like a spot that I'd never been before. No pre-fishing, no nothing. I was just going to go in. And every year I tell myself, like, I'm not going to fish these events because they're paddle only or pedals, no motor. You know, and it just. But
And
every
you
year,
got a
local
shitty
event-
boat, right? Like you got
For a
new canoe,
local
yeah.
event, that's
Yeah.
garbage.
yeah. So every year I find myself back fishing. And look, I love the guys that fish the trail. I mean, I really do. Like, I'm good friends with them. And it's just, you know, opportunity to get out of the house and go fishing. Might as well. Why not? You know, so I was like, I just kind of, that night before, I threw a dart at a map and said, that's where I'm going to go fish at. So I pull up, first thing.
Man, don't lie to us. You were like map studying. You were like, I'm about to show
Well,
these local
I
boys
was.
what's
I mean,
up.
I was. But then I was like, you know, does it really matter? So I went to
Well,
a
I guess
place-
it does because you zeroed, homie.
I did. I did. Goose egg. Goose egg.
Hindsight's 2020, man.
Yeah.
I didn't zero this week, so now
Oh,
I get
your
to throw
son in the
shade.
background throwing up the big L.
Yeah.
Your son is
Yeah.
throwing up the big L.
Yeah.
Hey, my man, get that guy
He's
on the show.
grounded for the rest of his life now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I pull up the boat ramp and I'm like, there's nobody here. I mean, like nobody. It's 26 degrees. It's cold. There's nobody at this boat ramp. I'm like, well, cool. I'll have it to myself. You know, whatever. Start unloading my stuff. I see a car coming down or I hear a car. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it coming down the road. And all of a sudden, like I don't hear it no more. And they had their headlights off. They just kind of stopped right at the edge of the parking lot. And I was like, let me watch these guys for a minute because I don't know what they're going to do. So I'm still getting all my gear unloaded and like they're kind of eased over back up way up against the parking lot. I'm thinking, these dudes, as soon as I leave, there's nobody else around here. You're out in the middle of the nowhere. They're going to take everything in my truck. They're probably going to take my truck.
Yeah.
So,
The catalytic converter, all that stuff.
yeah. So I'm
Bunch
like,
of
you know,
meth heads.
probably ain't worth it. Let me just go back to my old tried and true.
Yeah, that's Alabama 101 stuff there. man.
Juice,
know
we
what
lost
happened.
your video. Oh, I don't
And
know what
he's
happened
gone.
to Juice. And he's gone. They just stole his computer.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
I know where that story was going, man.
Looks like
I
he was
know,
having
I wanna-
connection from the beginning.
Yeah,
I want to
think
hear
so.
this, man.
Me?
Juice? Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you, dude.
Oh, come on, Juice, man.
Oh,
Look,
this is it's
Ain't got no-
Alabama technology, man.
this
Yeah.
is what happened to me last night trying to get on, Greg.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't even do it. Anyway, I'll just talk if you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Ah, Juice, don't lay us hanging, man. Use your phone, dude. Use your phone.
God, you gotta love the internet providers out there in Alabama.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Are
What?
they though? I mean,
The worst is Texas. I'm sorry, man. Like
Huh?
the worst is Texas.
East
What's the-
Texas,
100
yeah, East Texas.
like
Well-
deep East Texas.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, look, I'm shocked. The technology. Look, Dallas, the stadium is named after AT&T, which is false advertisement because you go in East Texas, there's no cell phone signal.
yeah,
None.
because the stadium's totally in East Texas.
Well, I'm just telling you, Texas. If you're going to advertise in Texas, provide service in Texas.
That ain't how it works.
Yeah.
People out in East Texas ain't paying phone bills.
No, they still use landlines.
Yeah,
That's true. Remember the old rotary phones? Y'all remember that? Y'all old enough to remember that?
Yeah, that's how I
Mhm.
call
All right,
it on my. That's how I called it
here's
on my
Juice.
fish on Fort.
All right,
dude.
Juice. He's back with us, man.
Sorry, guys. I had to, for what, I don't know what the deal is with my internet. Since the storms yesterday, it's been crappy.
It's okay, man.
Uh-huh.
Can y'all hear me okay? I'm on my phone.
Yep,
with
we're good.
AirPods.
Yeah,
you're good.
Cool. So anyway, so I leave, and I'm like, I'm just going to go back to the spot I always go fishing at. It's just
No,
whatever.
hold up. No. You jumped ahead there. Last we heard, you're at the boat ramp, and you're just like, "Are these guys
Yeah,
gonna take my
yeah.
stuff?"
Well, that's exactly. So I just packed up and left.
Oh, you didn't wait nothing. You just
No,
you got out.
There was nobody else around. So I'm like, these dudes come down here. It could have been a 80-year-old woman lost as a golf ball in a hayfield. I don't know who it was, but I know I wasn't going to stick around and let them take my stuff. So,
Juice, you're a big dude, man.
I know, but
You carry? You
I mean,
carry,
for the people who
Dude,
don't know, Juice, what are you, like 6'4"?
I'm 6'2", about 270.
Whew. I ain't trying to fight you.
Well, I guess I didn't know who it was, and I didn't really. I was more focused on fishing, and I was frustrated because that was kind of like a spot that I had looked at and done a little map study on, and thought,
Oh, I thought you threw a dart at the map.
I did, but I had to look at the map afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're just
You
calling
always
out
got to
truth.
do some kind of look.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah,
so
go
I
ahead.
leave, I pack up, and I go to my little spot, which is like an hour away, like on the other side of the lake, all the way down and around. Get down there. There's one other kayak in the area, and thinking, all right, well, cool, whatever. I see him as I'm pulling up. I see him taking off because it was right at launch time when I pull up down there. So we're good to go. I'll unload, start fishing. 10 casts in, I hook up, and I'm like, oh yeah, and it was a good one. It was a 20+ inch fish on a swim jig, like just probably 30 yards from the boat ramp. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a great day. I've got this. Like, I just know, like, hey, I'm going to be top 3 if I can catch one more fish like this. And I lost it at the boat. Like, just fought it for a second.
Why, did you try to net it?
No, I didn't have a net. I left the net in the truck.
Why didn't you boat flip it?
Well, I tried, and that's when the hook came out and it swam away.
Nah, I heard a lot of conflicting things there before I started questioning you about you reached for the net, you went to grab it.
I did. I went to reach for the net, and I was like, where's my net? And then I was like, shit. So I just went to flip it. And then the swim jig got a lot of air time, and yeah. And then that was it. That was my only bite of the day. That was it. So about 30 minutes later.
So you got bit next to the boat ramp, but you left the boat ramp, didn't you?
Yeah, after about an hour. And about 30 minutes later.
Did you learn nothing from Mark Pendergraft?
Well, look.
I mean.
Yeah, man. You fished the boat
probably
ramp.
Should have stayed.
Yeah.
Don't ever leave. Just tie up to the.
Hindsight's 2020, dude.
There you go.
Lots of tournaments are won next to the boat within 100 yards of the boat ramp.
Exactly right. And that's why I started right where I started at.
Yeah.
So Bluebird Skies, and then about an hour later, so a boat kind of comes by, a little bit of wave, not a big deal, and I heard a thunk in my boat, and my graph cuts off, and I just thought, well, maybe my battery fell over and my graph just come unplugged. Oh no, it didn't come unplugged. It broke the prong off the top of my battery, so I have no graph.
Nice.
For the rest of the day. So I don't know what the water temp is. I don't know how deep I'm fishing. I have no clue. I'm sticking my paddle down in the water to see if I can touch, every so often.
Welcome to my life.
Down there.
Yeah, that's good. That didn't scare the fish at all. You can't just drop a bait over the side of the boat and tell.
Yeah. It's god awful. It was just a terrible day of fishing all the way around. And then I come to find Bluebird Skies, wind out of the north, like 15 to 20 all day long. The channel I was fishing faces directly north and south. So you're just fighting the wind. So I'd paddle up, and then I'd just kind of float it back down on one side, then I'd paddle up, then I'd float it back down on the other side.
Yeah, but can you talk a little bit more about why that's such an issue for you? Because you have a piece of shit kayak?
Actually, the kayak is great. It's the lack of
it?
motor and me weighing 270 freaking pounds is what
do you have?
is. A new canoe Frontier 12.
Oh, it's a piece of shit.
I don't need Hobies. I don't need Hobies and all that stuff to compete.
No, we know that.
Daniel.
We just meant a pedal drive.
Well, it's on order. It's on the way.
There you go, my man. Thank you.
I talked to Mama after the tournament, and she's like, "Well, just order you the." So I've got a brand new Unlimited with the pedal drives coming.
There you go. Okay, thank you.
Stuff.
Thank you. We're not ripping New Canoe. We're ripping your kayak specifically.
Yeah, well, it's got about a $1,400 motor set up on the front of it that I can't use.
Oh, that you can't use. Very beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. Really good.
Yeah, it was real helpful sitting in my garage this weekend.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, so what's the deal with your local trail, though, man? No motors allowed. You know, it seems like the same 5 guys win the freaking tournament all the time. What's the deal, man? Come on.
Well,
a little shadiness going on.
You know, I keep going back and forth about it, dude. I really, really do.
Hey, James, that's what Brooke has right now before she's got a Hobie Outback.
Yeah, and she got rid of it. I was about to say.
But we still have it. James, you want to buy it? Hit me up.
The hoodoo. But yeah, it's just, you know, a lot of these guys have been the guys that put this tournament together, and I guess the governing body of our local club here is they're just kind of anti-motor. They're old school. They don't really want it. Some of the clubs up in North Alabama have gone to the motors, which is great. You know, I just it's just really hard for me to want to go out and compete because you don't realize how spoiled you are until you can go fish without the motor. It's a different ballgame. If you're not used to paddling all the time,
it sucks.
Yeah,
Shout out Blake White Rock Hennigan, the paddling boy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, James
Texas.
Ridnour says he rides around in a hoodoo. James, I want you to do me a favor. Like when the show is over, okay, go to AliExpress or Alibaba.com. Okay, and just type in kayak. Your hoodoo is going to pop up. I promise you. Those guys rebranded a no-name brand kayak from China, and they put their name on it. That's hoodoo. I promise you. Dude.
Yeah, it is.
I guarantee you that's what it is. Go look. Same hatch, same back, same everything.
Greg acting like he doesn't buy stuff from China. Come on.
No, listen, I talked to the manufacturer about it because I just wanted to.
That boy James.
Listen, I talked to the manufacturer about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, do you know Hoodoo Sports?" I'm like, "I know exactly who Hoodoo is." Just, "Oh yeah, they build their kayaks right here, and we just ship them out in bulk over there." I'm like, "Oh, they got called out, man." Yeah, she was really nice, and she said the Hobie factory is right across the street that does a lot of the Hobie holes.
My man.
Wow.
Hey,
oh my god.
Hey, we are running on to an hour here, and guys, we've not gotten to tonight's biggest topic, which is Greg has a national event on Murray this weekend. Yeah. Let's set the bets. Let's set the props.
Oh.
Where are we at, Greg?
Where's Robert? We need Robert Brown.
Oh, yeah, Fig Master?
Yeah, Fig Master, man. Because Robert Brown and I are supposed to have a little bet going on.
Yeah. How many are signed up for this tournament, Greg?
You know what, dude? I think there's 113 signed up on Trail 1, and I think there's like 100 on Trail 2.
What is the different trail?
A whopping
it means
30 days
different
on the
days,
Pro Series.
Clifton, because KBF won't have a 2-day event.
Yeah. So basically,
you
can
be a
Trail 1
champion
on
one
Saturday
day
and
and then
the next day,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you still win your money.
I guess
they just split it up.
Yeah, because that's
fair enough.
I'm not getting into it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
Right. Can we talk about the Pro Series real quick?
No,
Clifton, let's get you on the opinion, man. Hey, no, we're going to listen. This is hindsight's 2020. We're not worried about this, man. All right, dude, straight up, man. Let's talk about it. You get 100 sign up on the trail on day 1. You get 100 sign up on the trail day 2. Okay. What's the deal with this Pro Series, man? 38 people. This is now the second Pro Series tournament. Only. But they just opened it up. They
had to.
We got an email.
They had to.
You talking about the California event?
No, man. We're talking about KBF trying to make a Pro Series out of their trail because,
There's no such thing as pro kayak fishermen, period.
Dead ass.
We all work jobs. The ones that don't live off mom and dad and whatever.
I mean, he's exactly right.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be any point in time where kayak fishermen will be treated or have a series and a trail that could be like Bassmaster or Bassmaster Elites or anything like that? You think there's going to be enough money in the trails that'll ever pay out that way?
No. There'll never be enough people that can do that to to make it its own.
That's right. Yeah.
Scott,
You're
do
gonna have to make
not
the
jinx me
purses.
like you did Blake and take me in fantasy fishing. Do not
Hey,
do not Toledo
Scott,
bend me, man.
Scott at least asked. He just picked me up for Toledo, being like, "You did pretty good there one time." I was like, "Yeah, the one ever time I fished the lake. What are you doing?"
Yeah,
He made me look like an idiot.
Scott Seschwitz is a jinx. Yeah, do not.
No,
pick me
I mean,
up,
I don't know if Scott doesn't do his homework, but Scott, if you had looked at any Toledo Bend event in Texas, you would have picked Matt Scotch. Or if you just asked me, who should I pick? I'd have told you Matt Scotch, because Matt Scotch is probably the best Toledo Bend fisherman in Texas. I think he's fished 10 events there, and he's cashed a check in every single one of them.
Did he catch
No.
this time? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, he did. He got like 5th.
At Toledo,
Or
yeah.
6th.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was in the top 5, actually.
No, he was
Oh, is that right?
6th. I
Just
think.
outside.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 6th. I think
So-
Cody Milton was 4th. Yeah.
So Lake Murray, guys, I've never been there. Okay, Lake Murray is a highland reservoir in South Carolina. A lot of docks, a lot of deep secondary points. It reminds me, guys, of Lake Anna that I fish here. I'm not a fan of Lake Anna.
I hope
I
that don't
hate-
remind you. That shouldn't
Lake
say.
Anna's pretty
does.
shitty, right?
It's pretty
it
shitty.
sucks. It sucks.
But Lake
Yeah.
Murray's not. And last year, guys, there was 25s and 26s caught out of this freaking lake, man. I mean, there's some
Like that.
bigs in this
Wow.
lake, and
Wow.
some big bags, man. I think it could take probably. I mean, I think you have to hit the old century mark to win, man. I think it's gonna
no shot. No shot.
100%.
Last year, 93, 94.
They've got a lot
Last
of rain
year-
coming up this week.
But guys,
I think
listen,
the
it's
water's gonna
80
be up.
degrees all week long down there. It's 80 degrees. These fish are moving. I got confirmation these fish are already up.
Yeah, but on the
So-
weekend, it's going to be what, 50?
Doesn't matter,
40s?
man. The water
Tons
temperature is
of
not going to
rain,
lower that
rain.
quickly. It's not going to lower that quickly.
I
I'm telling
agree.
you guys.
You better hit a
could
26
go
if
100.
you want to hit 100.
It ain't
For
going to
sure.
take 100.
I think it's going to take high 90s to 100. Yes, I do. I seriously think it's going to take that kind of.
Okay, Greg.
number.
Well, out of
Yeah.
100
Somebody
guys,
might get it, but it's not going to be a consistent.
Well, somebody's
top
one
10.
person. It's going to take 100, dude.
Right.
I mean, you
I'm
have to
saying
know.
somebody might, but it's not going to be a huge like top to cash a check. You can be probably mid to high 80s and cash a check.
No,
That's right.
I think you need
That's
to be
right.
in the 90s to cash a check.
that's right. And so out of, what did you say, Greg? 100? 123?
I think 100's going to win.
No. How many anglers?
113.
13.
I think you need to
Where-
be in the 90s to
Where
be a
does
check casher.
Greg Nosar place himself?
That's a great question, man.
And where does the punishment begin? That's what
Oh,
we're here for.
be
We're
kind.
not here to say, "Oh yeah, wow." Make
But here's the
tournament
deal,
predictions.
Blake. Just remember this. You were on Toledo Bend. You fished Toledo Bend. I've never fished Murray, man. So let's be kind and let's be gentle and talk about
Okay.
this bet.
Okay.
It's a brand new lake for me.
Mhm.
And I'm not throwing darts at a dartboard. I've done some lake study or map study. In fact, me and Blake had a homework session together. And if I do
Yeah.
lose and I do suck, I'm blaming it on Blake because
Yeah.
he's picking spots. He's like, oh,
God.
No, you're telling me what spots you picked, and then I'm either confirming
confirming
or
them.
being like, "You're an idiot." That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Like,
That's right.
Yeah. But
That's
the
right.
other thing is, you're getting way more practice than I got for Toledo.
That's true.
Way more.
Yeah, I'll be practicing tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
God willing.
So, where out of 113, and you get 2 days, so I guess we have to take separate day bets, or we can do an overall. Either one.
Yeah, are you signed up for both?
I am signed up for both.
So it's 2 tournaments, one each day, one Saturday and one Sunday.
That's how
Yep.
KBF works, man.
And then
You-
Pro
Same
Series,
anglers,
then I'll be in the
same
Pro
everything.
Series, which is both days.
But the Pro Series is like 20 people, so let's not bet on that. That's let's just go day one bet. 113. It's the most competitive field you'll see. It's your right after you get done practicing. Because you may figure something out Saturday with a full day of practice, basically, and do well Sunday, which is why that's just
Correct.
terrible format. Where do you think it's fair to say you should finish above Saturday out of 113?
I'm thinking 30th.
Ooh, My
I haven't seen-
man.
I gotta,
Okay.
I gotta look at the field on this one. See
Wow.
who it's.
Nah. It's a natty boy. Clifton, that was the other
Oh.
punishment I had lined up for you. Was that if you didn't want to do the post tournament write up, I was going to say you have to either sign up for Broken Bow or Dardanelle.
I'm gonna go to Dardanelle for sure.
Oh, are you? You
No,
better
I
get
can't
ready
wait
to
to
get clapped
this,
there
man.
too, boy.
This is going to be beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you're banned from Arkansas. I thought you're banned from Arkansas.
That's Mark.
No,
Cope.
that's Marcus. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you said people's champ, so I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but I'm
I
the
can
real.
see the
I'm the
confusion.
real people's champ.
Oh. And you're still allowed
Hey,
to fish
Stu,
kayak
my man, I
tournaments.
like that. Bend the blame down the line, my man.
Oh, so good.
Oh, Campbell, you gonna get clapped by me too at Dardanelle? Ooh.
Oh, we have to get Campbell on, do a little bet too. All right,
yeah,
so
I'm in.
Okay, so 30th. Todd says I finished 46th to 63rd.
I see that. I see that.
48th to 63rd. That's disrespectful, man.
Is it?
I already have a
you
dub
know,
on my hands.
Like that's kind of middle of the pack. That's not,
Yeah.
you know, that's not terrible, but yeah, I mean, he should throw you a little more love than that, maybe.
I
Okay.
thought, Greg, I thought
Where
I
would
really
Todd
thought you might
finish?
say. I really thought
Where
Greg
would
might
Todd
say
finish?
top.
I finished.
40.
Listen, I
should be
finished. I
safe.
finished like 30th at Kissimmee, right? And
Yeah.
I finished on day one, and I think second day I finished like 48th or something like that.
Bad.
You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
Did you just say where would Todd finish?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
That's
I
that
did, yeah.
might be a different show though.
Yeah,
That's a different show.
man.
Yeah,
Who are you here talking about?
That's a
Greg
whole.
right
That's a
now?
whole show.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get
All right.
these
So
bets in.
what's the deal? Come on, let's roll with it. What do you guys think? If I
Well,
don't
I mean,
finish-
Greg, you really think top 30? I'm giving you some leeway to not hurt yourself, but if you want to
Okay.
go top 30,
No. Okay, if you're gonna give me some leeway, give me.
I mean, those are high expectations. I'm just gonna
Greg.
be honest. Those are high expectations.
All right, so give me
Confident,
50th.
Greg.
Half the field.
No, you
Give me
gotta
50th.
nah, finishing top 50%. That's trash, bro.
Well,
That's
you
what
gave me
Clifton's
some
talking
leeway. I'm gonna
about.
take it. Listen, I'm a negotiator. I'm gonna take whatever I can.
Well, we ain't giving you that.
Okay, then let's be
say,
halfway in the
Greg,
middle. Let's go
you want to
40th.
say top 35?
You got to have confidence, Greg.
I listen. I just got to see it. Okay, I got to see what I'm looking
Okay,
at, man.
but
You
what
know?
I'm saying is top 35. That's almost just top third, right? It's close.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
35th is fine.
And if you want to get exact, we'll say like top 38. I think that's like as close as we can get.
That's a good mark. It's a good
all
mark.
right, 38th.
Top third of the
38th.
field, yeah.
Okay, top
Okay.
third of the field, I think is fair. So 38th or better, day one.
Yep.
As long as you finish there, you're safe. But if you don't finish top 38,
Okay, let's talk
what do
about
we
it.
got?
Who are you betting it with? Jigmaster?
Oh no, this
Well,
isn't a head-to-head.
This is just
this is
This
this
is
is
an
exactly
overall
like what
finish.
I had at Palestine, which was like
Y'all
if I didn't
comment.
finish
Y'all make some
top-
comments. What should my punishment be if I don't finish the top 38th?
Yeah.
I think
Y'all-
Greg
y'all
should
make
have
some
to do a
comments, some
show in a
suggestions.
pink leotard. You should have to do a show in a pink leotard.
That's too easy.
That was, we want people to watch.
Yeah, and we do want people to watch. But again, like when we were doing Palestine, Greg was like, "Hey, you need to finish top." I think he said 30 out of 97 or 25 or 20 even. Like, you know, it was otherwise I had to stand outside and hold up a sign that said I sucked at fishing.
Yeah.
That was mine and Greg's bet. And
right.
then Clifton and I made a little side bet for head to head, which Jigmaster said, "Oh yeah, Greg, I'm gonna hop on next week and do that." Oh, I like that.
Oh.
I like that. Adam
There
Patron.
you go.
That's brutal.
That is
Yes.
At
rough.
Santee Cooper?
Ooh.
That's rough.
Oh.
That's not worth
Okay,
it. Man.
you know
you
what?
got too much on the line.
Adam
at St.
Patron, as much as
Lucie.
I like that, I don't ever want the bets to be something that would hurt someone in a tournament. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to veto it. Sorry.
Same.
Oh, that does hurt, man, because
Yeah, that's
Santee
you're
Cooper's
spending a lot of money.
big
That would be
lake.
horrible, but Greg, like I still like this. The bets are not like I don't want Greg to do well in the tournament because I do want him to. Like he's my friend,
But
and,
there has
like,
to
we
be a
talk all the
punishment.
time.
There
But,
has to be a punishment.
but it's a
though.
punishment that should be like you kind of sucked. To like you know,
It doesn't need to be during another tournament.
Exactly,
Right, yeah.
exactly. Like
Correct.
somebody was like, "Oh, you and Clifton's bet like he has to fish with a Barbie pole during tournament," and I was like, "No, I don't want
No.
Clifton using a Barbie pole at Fork."
Because
As
here's the thing:
fun as
if
that would be
you
to
do
watch,
something for
especially if
the
he
next
whooped our
tournament-
ass, right? Clifton whoops our ass on a Barbie pole at Fork, pulling
Right.
in 8s and 9s on a Barbie pole. Love to
Yeah.
see
Plus, here's the thing: if you do something to affect his next tournament, then there's no betting for next tournament. It's
Exactly.
Like, there's no way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. Okay,
Well, look,
Patron,
Blake.
you're still in the tournament realm, man. Like we can't do that. We can't do that.
All right, Blake. Look, while
What's
we're
up?
discussing this, I got a little something for you. I heard your comment earlier about pooping in a kayak.
Yeah.
So look,
Yeah.
you're talking about your toilet paper getting wet. So I have found the magic.
Oh,
This
talk to
actually
dude wipes?
fits for Texas. No, crocodile wipes. They're huge. They're
Really?
they're massive. Yes.
This-
Twelve by
I love
12?
these things.
this
Crocodile claw.
this segment of the show brought to you by Crocodile Outdoor. One of the
There you
best
go.
wipes to wipe your ass with
Look,
while you have
hunting-
violent diarrhea on Palestine. Thank you.
What's the
so much.
dimensions on these?
15 by 10.
Oh God,
That's
bless.
strong. That's a
That's
big.
strong,
That'll
boy.
cover your entire
You can see
hand,
it.
man.
That's two or three. That's 2 or 3 strong wipes instead
Hey.
of one.
100%.
I like
That's
Big
100%.
Moon's suggestion here. Greg, you and I talked about the spiciest chip challenge. We
Oh,
talked
the
about
Pocky
sour
chip.
candies.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about a
Yeah.
bunch of that stuff. I think that's what Mooney's referring to. It's the spiciest chip in the world. It's just like a single stale ass spicy chip.
Right on.
And
On the water. Do it on the water.
No, we want it on air. We want
Well,
everybody
live
to
on
be able
air.
to see.
Live on air.
We
Yeah.
want everybody to
We
see.
can do that.
We can do that. You agree to that?
I will do that.
So 38 and above. he's
38 and
clear.
above.
39.
Greg's safe. Anything lower than 38 on day one. So if you're someone who wants to see Greg in pain, you're rooting for that.
Yeah. No doubt.
And if he doesn't, we'll order the chip. Greg will come on the next
Or-
Tuesday
or-
and talk about how bad
or-
he sucked, and then he'll eat that chip.
Why don't
Or
you do
actually
a
what we-
Carolina Reaper instead of the chip? Just do a real Reaper.
yeah. Ugh.
Well, I like the chip, man. The
The
chip's
chip?
great because he probably won't shove the whole thing in his mouth, but he'll have to eat
Yeah.
the whole chip. So it'll be multiple
Yes.
bites of pain and suffering.
Or we could do this. Like, there is a literal gas station that sells sushi. I will go get.
No,
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God.
Too
I
easy.
don't
Get
want you to
gas
die,
station
Greg.
too easy.
I don't want you to die.
Okay.
Too
All
easy.
right. That's fine. That's fine.
Spicy chip,
That's
you
fine.
can have milk or ice cream, whatever you need, but
Yep.
One glass.
spicy
One
chip.
glass.
Okay. All right. What? I can have milk. I can have milk near me.
I'm agreeing to milk. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what?
Yeah,
We
because-
should, the day you come on and have to eat it, in case you suck, we'll let the viewers decide whether or not you can have milk.
You gotta
I will
eat the
eat it.
whole chip though before you take any
Whole
drink.
chip,
In it.
whole
I
dead
got
ass
you.
chip.
I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Yeah. All right. We'll do that. Let's go.
I like that.
Let's go.
And then
right.
you and Robert Brown need to make a head-to-head bet.
We have to make a head-to-head bet.
I don't know why Fig Master's not on.
He's on another call.
Oh, I see. We weren't.
Yeah, he's on another call.
Okay.
But I'll have to tell you. I know we got to go, but I'll tell you a story. What happened to me, man? I was fishing KBBT down in Kenansville.
Yeah.
And talk about taking a dump, man. So this is like I just got my new Outback, dude. And
Hold up the crocodile wipes, please, during the story.
oh, dude.
For
So
sponsor purposes, yeah.
so literally, I'm on the phone with Sherman, and I was like, man, I said, dude, I can't hold this anymore. And I'm around bass boats, and then like the wind is blowing 40 miles an hour. Okay, I go to the east side of the corner, and the wind is blowing 40 miles an hour out of the east. And I
Okay.
just can't hold this anymore, dude. And so,
Yeah.
like, I put my paddle up, I've got my drive up, and I got my drive up so I could take a dump in the Hobie hole.
Yeah.
I think I went to Outback the night before, so I had cheese fries, steak. I mean, everything.
A
you can
bloomin'
imagine,
onion?
dude. A bloomin' onion. I had it all.
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's.
And
Recipe
so,
Top it off with the
and so here
chocolate
I am.
thunder
in
down
Fort-
under.
That's exactly right. So here I am, dude, and literally, dude,
Oh, God.
I'm getting like literally, I'm in the middle of the lake. I'm getting blown. I've got my, my pants down, my ass is showing.
Damn, boy, you getting
I'm
blown
taking
in the
these-
middle of the lake? My man, dude.
Yeah, and dude, and so I'm getting like, I can just imagine what these boaters are watching. Here's a guy taking a dump, and I got this elongated, just huge blooming onion coming out of my ass.
Wow.
And it's like the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing, and I'm trying to aim in the Hobie hole, and the wind's so strong, it's blowing crap all over the deck, man. It's just blowing all over the crap.
Oh my
all
god!
over the deck.
Wait. Hold on.
You
You're
gotta-
not
you
like
gotta sit down
sitting
over
on
this
the
hole.
hole. You're like crab.
Oh, I'm hovering. I'm hovering. Listen, you gotta remember, dude. It's blowing 40. I need to get my balance on in this outback.
Then sit
And so-
down. Why are you trying to hover?
Dude, I'm getting blown all over the lake. I
I
can't
get
help
it. You got a
dude.
lot of blowing going on in the
And
kayak.
listen, I'm not the most flexible guy, dude. Like I can't just
What, you
sit
can't
there,
turn
right?
around and shit in the hole?
No. And so anyway, it's getting blown all over my kayak, dude. And
Oh
so
my
I called, I called Sherman. I'm like, dude, this is unbelievable. Tell him this story about this big turd getting flown all over my kayak, man. Taking my paddle and trying to scrape it out.
Oh my Lord.
I said, dude, you're gonna have to DQ me. I'm like, it was disgusting, dude. I was like, you're gonna have to DQ me, dude, straight up, man, because like I literally try to like power pole down there and fish there, and basically all these little minnows coming in for chum and everything else. I was like, I'm fishing right here, dude. And
Greg, you should be
like,
banned.
like shiners
Like,
would
I
be
mean-
eating that, and then the bass would eat the shiners, and I'm like, this is gonna be golden, man.
Anything to get ahead in Florida, I guess.
It was horrible, dude. I literally, and I had like it was hot and it was windy. So I had baked on turd in my kayak for the rest of the day, man. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. Horrible. Didn't
You
catch a thing.
literally
Didn't
couldn't
catch a
get
thing
water
right
and just like splash it out, or you just
I
had
tried,
baked on
dude.
turd?
I had baked on turd, dude.
Easy
the
bake
entire
oven
day.
turds all in your deck.
It was horrible, dude. Don't
Oh.
try to take a dump in a kayak blowing 40 and getting blown literally from
Well,
one end
no,
of the
just
lake
don't
to
do
another.
it. You
In
did. Like,
gator
just sit
infested
down
water.
on the hole.
Yeah, I took my sock off, wiped my butt with my sock, and just threw it down the hole, man. It is what it is, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So then you littered. Good, Greg.
Yeah, I did.
Great.
It was
Great lesson
biodegradable.
for
It was
all
a
the
bi- it
viewers
was
there.
a it was a biodegradable sock.
Organic stock.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But it was the worst experience of my life, man. That's the only time I'll ever do that again. I'll go to the bank next time. But there was gators on the bank, so
Well,
I'm
at least
taking my chances.
it was
Yeah.
warm enough for you to do that. What I was dealing with was fucking bibs on and all that. I mean,
I'm falling out. man.
God bless, dude.
yep.
Thought I was gonna have some soaked ass bibs and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mooney knows. Crocodile Outdoors.
There you go,
Crocodile
That's it,
Outdoor
Greg.
wipes, guys. In case you're
You should
unfamiliar with the product.
probably, you should probably call Crocodile Wipes and send them this video. We just gave them some free advertisement.
We
Oh,
just
there's
gave them
no
tons
doubt.
of free advertising, man.
There's no doubt.
I've never heard of crocodile wipes, man. I've always heard of dude wipes, but hey,
I
good on
found
them.
them in a Duluth Trading Company store, and like I just had to have them. They're like $30 a pack, but I had to have it.
Huh?
What?
Well, for that kind of diameter on the wipe, I mean, you're paying for
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
right?
like,
Yeah.
like one,
Yeah, I mean the price of paper has gone up.
What's
Yeah.
the texture on them? What's the texture like on them?
like a baby wipe.
I think it'd be rough.
Really?
Fantastic. No, it is like.
Does it have like a little bit of aloe in it? I mean, there's like a little bidet
Right there.
hitting your ass.
This is
These
no
are
longer a
actually-
kayak fishing show.
Look.
This is a.
How to shit out of a kayak show.
Oh my
Look at this thing.
lord!
Ooh, my
Hold up, I ain't
God.
even opened it up all the way.
Well,
I'm
no,
just saying, no
you
matter-
can't get a double
Oh!
ply that, dude. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is huge.
That's a
impressive.
It's
Shaw.
like a baby wipe. It's like a baby wipe.
Oh my
That might be 2 to
God.
3 wipes a sheet.
Yeah,
beat
Like
that.
you kidding? That thing's huge.
You can cut it in half. Use it for next
Wow.
time.
Why would you?
And really,
I
you
mean-
could just use one wipe. Why? I mean, why?
Yeah,
if
it's
it's $30,
huge.
one wipe will work great, man.
There's like
Hey,
80
I
of them.
do need to bring up John's point. Could you hold up a sheet and give it a little forceful poke for us?
Yeah,
Just
you can't have
just
a
need
finger.
to test
Look,
the durability.
This is how
here.
you do it right here.
Oh wow! That was
Whoa!
You,
forceful.
just, you
Okay.
wipe and then you just wipe.
Yeah.
They only do that in India, dude.
Yeah. You only have to really get in there and whew, a little
Wow.
penetration's key to getting clean, I guess.
That was
There you
impressive.
go.
That was impressive, dude. Wow. I'm
It's got me a little worried about how Juice is
Crocodile
wiping.
wipes.
Might have been why he skunked, but
Wait, am I doing
mean-
it wrong?
no, I don't think so.
Okay, okay,
Anyways,
just making sure.
no, yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive. Wow.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, this show has definitely officially gone off the rails, but I like it.
Yeah,
It's called
that's how it
it's
goes,
called
right?
Hindsite, right? Hindsight.
Hindsite. I mean, whatever.
Right on.
We'll do it again next week. I'll bring something else next week. I'll be in charge of props.
Wait till this gets on Spotify, man. This is gonna be downloaded right on to Spotify, man. We're gonna get kicked off Spotify.
Yeah, at least everyone will know Jeremy
yeah.
Baker that wipes his ass with his finger all the
Wow,
way in.
I've learned
That's-
a lot, man. I'm going to get some for sure. Man.
Yeah, you
Because,
came
know,
here to get
dude,
some tournament insight, and you really did. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
straight
how
up.
shit out of a kayak. Yeah. So
It-
the
we've
well,
all
no,
been there.
more about wiping your own ass, right? Like you.
I mean,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
Is what
Yeah,
it is,
it's-
guys.
yeah. But I'll have to. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem too. Now, like, since I have a Hobie drive, taking it out is no big deal. But dude, if you got an autopilot 120, that's a whole damn motor you got to move out.
Hold
before you
up.
take your crap in the hole.
Just hear me out, Greg. Maybe attach the crocodile wipe to the drive, and then you got your little like keypad thing or whatever, and then you just kind of bend over and
And use the
hit
propeller
forward.
to cut the
Yeah.
turd as it goes
Well,
out.
it just
Thank
sucks
you.
it out.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like
Just-
it's a turd chopper.
Yeah, dude, no, it just cleans as you're getting rid of it.
What is it?
Right.
What do they call it? A maciator?
Yeah, just a little kind of washing
Yeah,
machine
makes sense.
deal.
It's called the magic bullet.
Yeah, exactly. We get it cleaned up. Yeah,
Wow.
we need that dude from the chop slap to come put crocodile wipes on.
The crackhead.
Yeah, exactly, that dude.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That
Oh,
dude.
found sub $3 gas. Holy crap! In Orange, Texas. There's no way.
Wow,
Wow.
Todd, thanks for that. We're talking about wiping your ass here, okay? We don't care about gas right now, unless it's the
Oh
other
my God.
variety.
Yeah, it's the other variety.
I know,
That's
man.
impressive. Well, Clifton. So, what's your next tournament, dude? Is it going to be Dardanelle?
No, it's Fork.
No, that'd be like
Maybe.
pork.
Oh, Fork. Okay,
It's Fork. It's Fork.
and that's March 12th, right?
March 12th. Yeah,
Yes.
Clifton will be back on to give you guys a preview of what we're looking at. And
Well, for next week's show, guys, it's going to be flat out. It's the Lake Murray recap, right?
Yep.
And we're going to be talking Lake Murray, and then we're going to kind of preview Harris Chain a little bit. Harris Chain is not until I think March 19th, so
19th.
we'll kind of preview Fork and then the Harris Chain, and then we're off to Santee Cooper, man. So, man, tournaments all over the place, man. It's gonna be cool, and then we'll also try to get some guys who are fishing the Bassmaster Classic, and
yep.
get some other guys who had a really terrible, worse than me performance at Lake Murray. We've got to find those guys.
Unless it's you.
Yeah.
Unless it's me. Then we
That's
talk
always the
about me.
caveat. Like we always
Yeah.
want to guess, but sometimes it's me or Greg. I mean, it just
Yeah.
happens.
If
you know?
Adam Patron doesn't get a limit, we're going to get Adam Patron on.
Oh, no, not if you finish the second with no limit. I mean, not if y'all suck like that. But,
No,
you
if
know.
Adam Patron always finishes in the top 10, that's boring. We want guys who absolutely usually kills it and absolutely just laid a turd. So that's who we want.
That's the ideal candidate. Man, guys, fun. Clifton, Juice, thank you guys for coming on and talking about how great y'all did in your tournaments. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see your post-tournament write-ups. Gonna be
Yeah, well-
so good.
So if you notice, I didn't do one. Yeah, probably not. Gonna
Oh,
do one.
really? Well, unfortunately, Clifton
Did you-
has to. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Clifton's
I
got to
didn't,
do
I
one.
didn't I wasn't privy to that bit. So yeah.
well, that's
I'll
just
do it when I can.
that's just because you didn't come on here and lay it out, man. Clifton and I
Oh.
put our money where our mouth is, you know.
I didn't get the link till late, man. I was watching. Does that count?
Yeah, he was watching. He was watching for
was.
sure.
I mean, you didn't want that smoke anyways. You're talking about
You're
throwing
right, I
dartboards at a map, and then how much
absolutely
you
didn't want that
how much
smoke.
you'd map studied. So I mean, cringe.
You're right. I did not want that smoke. But I got another one coming up March 19th. So
Right on.
Come
maybe
on,
we'll do it
man.
again.
Come
Maybe we'll
on
do it
with
again.
it.
Bring it on. We want, as I said, we want to hear about the horror shows, man. We're not about y'all. You know what I mean? I caught them on a chatterbait and an A-rig. I just want to thank my sponsors and my wife, and my kids for allowing me to go fishing this weekend.
It was a grind all day. A grind.
It was a
day.
grind, but I stuck
Everything's
it
a
out.
grind.
And I
Wow.
stuck it out, and the Lord blessed me with a trophy.
No, and the Lord blessed me with 68th out of 110 anglers. Hashtag blessed.
No, we're not doing that.
Hashtag
All.
blessed.
Hashtag white fluke.
Oh boy.
Oh no,
Oh,
Arkansas
boy.
Shiner, Arkansas Shiner.
This
Oh,
guy.
my God.
Okay, man. Here we go.
Here we go.
Had to.
Well, gentlemen,
Boys.
it's been a pleasure. I appreciate y'all bringing me on, and
Yeah, man.
looking
Good to see your
forward
face,
it again
dude.
sometime.
100%.
Right on.
Guys, for our guests, we need to start doing this, Greg. I got to start remembering where, for the people watching, can they get more of you guys? Clifton, go first. Juice, hit him up second. If they want more Clifton, where can they get you at?
Not on Facebook.
You can only get me on Facebook. Like,
Okay.
It's hit or miss there. It's 30 days
Okay.
at a time on there.
Okay, at Cliff Allen or Clifton Allen. And Juice, if people want more Juice content, where can they find you at?
Juice Kayak Fishing on Facebook and Jay Baker Fishing on Instagram.
My man. Greg,
That's it.
we out of here, baby.
We out of here. Good show, guys.
See you
That
guys.
was
Appreciate
pretty
it.
interesting.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys. We're out of here. Thanks for joining us, y'all. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.